Ad blockers are wreaking havoc on YouTube right now, and I know that probably sounds like some fucking propaganda that YouTube would come up with, like it's the CCP or something like that. But so many YouTube channels have come forward talking about how their views have dropped dramatically since August 15th. And this isn't like something you look at and it's like a small indent on the graph, right? This is like a big fucking drop. Some people are claiming 20% drop. Some are even going as far as saying a 50% drop. Now, as an audience member, I'm sure one of the first things to do, and honestly, one of the first things I did as well, was just say, skill issue, get better. And for myself, when I experienced a fucking apocalyptic view drop, I was like, fuck, maybe I'm just shit at YouTube now. I even made a community post a month or so ago talking about that exact issue. So fast forward a few weeks, I literally made a post, I think last night or the night before, asking a partnered YouTube community, which is full of just monetized YouTubers, asking, what the fuck, how do I stop this bleeding? This is terrible. And sure enough, I looked through the Reddit, all of a sudden, everyone is complaining about the same thing. Now, obviously, you gotta be careful with that sort of thing because it can become an echo chamber like that fucking online community called NewTubers where everyone thinks they're shadow banned and everyone just thinks YouTube hates them. But this goes different from that. And I know it goes different because even Moist Critical himself, okay, one of the biggest YouTubers on the platform, he's got millions upon millions and millions of subscribers. Even he noticed a drop in the view count. Now, disclaimer, he mentioned that he doesn't typically monitor his view count, but when he went back to check the analytics, sure enough, there's a drop. So this isn't just some willy-nilly skill issue, get better at the game, kid type of scenario. We're dealing with a real problem here. Well, thankfully, YouTube is here to calm the storm, make sense of everything here. They released an update from Google saying, skill issue. I wish I was fucking joking. They talk about how basically it's your fault until right at the end when they talk about viewers using ad blockers and other content blocking tools. And basically they go on to say that it might affect the reported view count. Essentially that their views won't be counted, which is very fucking concerning. But anyway, and of course I gotta mention YouTube being the most helpful platform there is on the planet. I didn't even know that this release came out. It came out fucking September 15th. I got no email, no notification, nothing, and I'm a monetized channel. So then that kind of makes you think, okay, maybe there's some sense to this argument. Maybe all the people claiming that the ad blockers are the problem have something going for themselves. It's just not YouTube propaganda. And then you hear from the ad blockers side of things. They got an interview with a company named Tech Radar. I guess they're a tech news thing. But anyway, now of course they talk about the situation, but it's all just very vague. Like YouTube's little release that they did. It was all just very vague, left you with more questions than answers, to be honest. One of the big things that people noticed from this article is that they mentioned ad revenue stayed stable even though reported YouTube views dropped heavily, which doesn't really clarify anything because if these people are using an ad blocker anyway, ad revenue wouldn't change. You know, they're not seeing the ads in the first place, so I don't really understand what the point of that was, and that kind of makes me believe that, oh shit, maybe that's potentially what it is. YouTube's just not counting the views because these ad blockers are being used. Now, I had a noticeable drop that I'm still feeling now. I still can't reach the view count that I had before the situation kind of happened. Now, again, you're totally justified in saying skill issue for me because frankly, I'm a small channel. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But at the same time, I haven't changed anything. I haven't dramatically overhauled my channel or anything like that in the last 3 months or 2 months or 1 month for that matter. So the view count dropping just seems so weird and out of nowhere for me. There's a lot of speculation about what's truly the cause, and honestly, I'm inclined to believe that the ad blockers causing YouTube views not to be counted seems very plausible. And part of me really hopes that's not the cause because I think if it is, that would be really bad for small YouTube channels. I think about from a business standpoint from YouTube, right? Whether this issue is a thing or not, YouTube still isn't gonna get the ad revenue from the people who have ad block on. So whether their view counts or not, it doesn't matter. The only thing that does is completely fucking fist small channels because if that view doesn't count and say a loyal subscriber has their ad blocker on and they watch your video in its entirety, that won't count. And when I say it won't count, I mean it won't count towards the video progressing in the algorithm. The big YouTube channels don't really have to worry about this issue because their sheer volume of loyal subscribers will trump any ad blocking issue or anything like that. I'm speaking solely from maybe a channel my size, maybe smaller, maybe even a little bit bigger than mine. I have a bad feeling that we're just gonna get absolutely fisted. This is a problem that's not gonna be solved, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if it's been solved yet because, again, YouTube being its awesome self hasn't updated me on anything. And even if it's not their problem, I haven't seen anything online that this issue has been resolved. So I'm left in the dark about that. Same with all the other YouTubers out there. I just worry a ton for the sustainability of growth here. Obviously, I know past results don't equal the future results, but at the same time, if I was getting at least a few hundred views every video, okay, 500, 300, whatever, and now I can't even break 50, I think there's a problem. Now, I'm getting a little heated, obviously, because we're talking about my future on the platform here as well as many other futures beside me. So yeah, that's what we know right now. I don't know when or even if this issue will ever be solved because, again, like I said, revenue's not being affected, so why would they care? Anyway, if you guys have any updates on the situation or know something that I don't, just let me know in the comments because I'm curious. I honestly don't know what's gonna happen here. But anyway, for all 20 to 40 of you that are watching right now, thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you soon.